Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, hero's like defender of the fatherland, the only sanctioned source of Communities 3 entertainment. Off here to glorious 1v1 own Road to Tunis. Yes, it's again Road to Tunis, but with another absolutely splendid match here in the east. It is Elpern fighting for America, freedom, democracy here with the 82nd Airborne Division. The only airborne division that actually operated sort of in the Pacific, or the Mediterranean, not the Pacific, Mediterranean theatre, sort of really. In the west, though, it is Tarnation, a relic developer, actually. Here playing as the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland here with the 10th Panzer Division here with a double pioneer start, which is definitely a bit interesting there. Also, big thanks to Alexander for pledging on Patreon and support the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money and joining the many other wonderful and splendid Patreon supporters. So big thanks to him and everyone else for supporting the Propagandacast and its glorious war effort. So, but a double pioneer side is an interesting choice here from Tarnation. Not exactly common in the Wehrmacht at the moment, though I suspect it might see more usage as people just, the cannon crowd isn't bad, but after you just, can't immediately upgrade it, its high vulnerability, just immediately getting destroyed by a lot of things, kind of makes the pioneers look a bit more attractive since they can at least fight back, unlike the Kettenkrad. So, hard Pathfinder side here from Elpern, very much standard use of meta. We got the Weapon Support Center for half-track, but also snipers have become very much part and parcel of this build here. So, I imagine this isn't what Elpern will be leveraging here versus Tarnation. Being hit with a Pathfinder, for those wondering what was the role of a Pathfinder, their job was basically sort of land ahead of major paratroop operations and scout out positions like, for the major drops there. Typically, though, they didn't actually do that much good in that sense. A lot of them still had, issues, but, it is worth noting there. And also, fun fact, British paratroopers also had Pathfinders of their own. But anyways, first engagement of Ralph Squad was the Grenadiers here was the Pathfinders. North here, Pioneer Ground, Northern Point here, South Side Pioneers there. Second Grenadier Squad there out for him. We'll, of course, have to see what he's planning next here. Will it be more Grenadiers, which is fairly standard? Will it be an MD-42? Snipers? Mortars? Who knows? Scums here as Elpern goes straight for the Carpon here, looking to mess with Tarnation. Southern Prong here. Pathfinder spawn the Grenadiers here by the cut-off point there. Far up north here, Pioneer versus the Pathfinders there. Grenadiers here catching the Pathfinders with a pretty bad spot, scoring a lot of easy hits here. And the Pathfinders end up taking a lot of damage there. Go deploying smoke, though. Bit of a cheeky trick here, since you can just fire smoke on the point and can move in the smoke, you can't deal with them, and then you can just contest the point. It's one of those reasons why the Pathfinders are quite good. They're not just fairly decent, have flares and rifle grenades, but they can also use the smoke grenades in a variety of ways that can make them, quite frankly, a real pain in the posterior to deal with. Sniper on the way there, though, for Elpern. And here we get actually a very, very interesting and unusual move here from Tarnation. Not unusual, I suppose, for Tarnation, but rather for Wehrmacht metagame. This is very, very unusual. Most Wehrmacht players don't bother with the infantry officer quarters upgrade. The only one I ever otherwise seen doing it is myself. So even then I don't go for this early. But yeah, this does mean the Grenadiers, for example, need to get veterans to 1. They can heal, they get a bit harder to kill. That's a big bonus. The Pioneers, of course, also get it. And in fact, they gain several bonuses on top of it. Plus, any MD-42 will also, of course, be immediately veterans to 1. So it's an interesting choice here by Tarnation. And I don't think it's necessarily bad. I also think one of the reasons why it can be interesting to see a developer play the game, as Tarnation also clearly knows his stuff. Because, he might, be able to show some things, you don't see from, the more typical Wehrmacht players, as, again, they don't concern this stuff. So there you go. Straight into it. Also, MP40 Grenadiers, I have to say this is a particularly good synergy here, since the Veterans Run bonus also makes it a bit hard to kill, plus the free healing. Really works well together. So that obviously means Breakthrough here versus Airborne. MD-14 southwards. MD-4 sitting up here. Pioneers falling back here. Note the Pioneers, Veterans 1 ability allows them to grab points fast as well there. So you sort of go for that, and then we have the 2 Pioneers. You do get a fair amount of capping power anyway. So I suppose he could use the healing ability to quickly get them, up to full, sort of heavy health there. I mean, some of them are right about to drop there. I mean, just look at poor Jurgen there, third from the top. 8 health left. The Americans just need to sneeze them and just drop dead there. Heart attack, basically. Sniper took out just one of the healthier guys. There you go, using Sprint here, also part of the Assault Grenadier package. In fact, they get a lot of stuff that's sort of, you know, kind of makes them these lighter versions of the Panzer Grenadiers. They have sprint, they can chuck a lot of grenades, not bundle, but they got the grenade assault, which is honestly quite good as well. But you still then on top of that, you know, and the MP40s, of course, give some close mid-range firepower, but you also then get Panzerfausts, and you get, you know, self-healing, and they can merge. So they do actually, in some regards, actually like have a bit more broad utility than the Panzer Grenadiers, though of course they do lack some of the more raw firepower of them. And of course they don't have breach. So some fun facts there. And there you go, we see another element here of this particular type of strategy. Besides, you know, mechanized support center, we're seeing a straight move ahead here for the M16 anti-aircraft tower attack. Very much, again, part and parcel of these builds. Again, typically one reason why this strategy is so popular, you can get off a lot of these things very efficiently. In this case, though, note by the sniper got caught, but the assault guns almost got taken out here. Certainly this map is probably like one of the tougher maps I saw this strategy that Elpern is going for to like fully work, as it is more open, and so it's a lot harder to just like lock down any one part of the map here. That said, there's certainly something here to the choices here that Tarnation has made with Elpern. But there you go, M16 forwards here, court mount, 450 cals there, assault grenadiers very judiciously just get the hell out of there. We got the Luftwaffe company up here with some Jaegers on the way. No big surprise there. Very popular for obvious reasons as well, because the Jaegers are just fairly efficient infantry, particularly with the Panzerschreck becoming overall perhaps a bit too efficient, if anything. Paratroopers being airdropped here for Elpern. Might see the anti-tanker down the road, but also, you know, there's a variety of abilities here that just, you know, again, make for a very, very handy battle group. MU-425 where they could, I suppose, try it for the white phosphorus rounds. There we go, smoke on the info 2. Good use again of the ability here. We also got the paratroopers. Could go for bazookas if he's concerned about, you know, vehicles, tanks, and of course light machine guns. He just wants to move the infantry. Smoke here from the Jaegers in return. Since the Jaegers, of course, also get smoke grenades. Well, smoke rifle grenades. Got the Pathfinders paratroopers packing. Sniper there, veterans 1 already. And he goes for the stealth reconnaissance here. Assault Grenadiers Jaegers pushing 40. Could merge the Grenadiers if the Jaegers, of course, got up to 5-man here. Yes, he rather prefers having the assault squad there full strength. Makes sense. South side here, we got the Assault Grenadiers as the half track. That is absolutely through the Assault Grenadiers. He will need to retreat them. He's going to Panther though. Oh, Fauster gets killed and routed. Sniper, though, gets stripped apart here by the Assault Grenadiers. Excellent kill here for Tarnation. That is a huge blow here to Elpern, and really leaves Elpern in a very bad place. More smoke here to do with the machine gun. And again, it's worth noting he has basically 4 sources of smoke, plus flares and rifle grenades. Here we see another interesting choice here from Tarnation. We get the 221 scout car. Not super popular. Again, most players tend to, like, you know, rely on the Jaegers, maybe the flak gun, and the Wirbelwind, but the 221 is sort of one of those, oh look, units. Might be a bit too expensive there, but it does have some utility there. Can be upgraded, of course, with a anti-tank rifle or anti-tank gun, depending on perspective. Bazookas and the paratroops, obviously going to be handy versus the 221 there, like the Panzer Spielwagen. Pioneers saying not east there. 221 would replace by the 250-9 because the 222 just wasn't in the actual war good off-road. I specifically point this out because I still remember one guy who asked, but they're good in-game off-roads, like, you know. So, like, always worth pointing out, in the actual war, they were not good off-road. And so they move towards, you know, overall just more Achtrads, or, you know, again, half. There you go, Pioneers can grab points a bit faster, the Veterans 1 bonus, so, again, when you think about it, that Veterans 1 upgrade there for, you know, the infantry officer quarters, I think was, or the infantry quarters, I think was a smart move there by Tarnation. But again, it's one of those overlooked choices. Pioneers could be wiped out, but again, they do also become harder to kill with their Veterans 1 bonus. So there's a lot of the smartness there. Jaegers in the center here. Not be surprised to see more Jaegers here from Tarnation. Maybe not yet. Armored car they're going out here around the center, could upgrade it with the radio antenna, or of course go for the Panzerbüchse 41. But the Germans classified this as an anti-tank rifle. Everyone else classified it as an anti-tank gun. One of those, at times, weird quirks the Germans had. They would actually mount on a variety of things as well. On the armored cars, sort of more like an improvised solution, but they actually had half-tracks equipped with it. And in fact, 250 half-track equipment would like to use as tank hunters. Anyways, Pathfinder's paratrooping forwards here, going for that 2-1. Heavy damage inflicted the light armored car there. Straight for the car, and we got Betty 2 already. You know, one of the benefits of the infantry officer quarters is not just speedy veterans of 1, but also faster veterancy gains overall. And again, it's one thing, like, you're going to go for assault grenades, you probably really want that infantry officer quarters upgrade, so definitely something you need to do more. There you go, double rifle grenade, dodge the second one there. Just dodge one grenade there, close call though, Betty 2 and the Infantry 2 as well there. Gets there fast as well because of the officer quarters. Victory points wise, I'd also argue Tarnation's done a pretty good job then slowing down Elpern's otherwise advantages here. Because Elpern is always putting a lot of pressure there on Tarnation. But again, the veteran assault grenadiers here definitely doing a fair amount of good work here for Tarnation. 2-1 fixed up again. Pioneers rapidly did that one. Troop enforcing healing. He's also researched the medical station. Jaeger setting out there. Looks like a fresh squad. They've taken our victory point. Nice grenade there. I don't think we've seen any like Panzerschrecks yet here though for Tarnation. I guess he's just been under so much munitions. Oh, there we go. We do have one Panzerschreck there. The Raketen Panzerbuchse 54. Jaegers there routing the Pathfinders. MU-42. Grenadiers, Pioneers moving up to the center. He's caught here by the 2-1, closing in veterans on that one. Considering he's got like 2 Jaegers and an armored car, part of me does think you should maybe consider the Luftwaffe officer quarters. Meanwhile, though, Elpern here back at bases, moving straight ahead here for the tank depot, moving up for armor. Good pressure in the south here for the Pathfinders there in the center. Assault moving forwards here, half-tech blasting away. Also, Ingenisa, the flamethrowers, putting some pressure there on Tarnation's Grenadiers there. And got there another paratrooper squad here. Smart move. I imagine this could be for light machine guns, though more bazookas wouldn't necessarily be bad, but at this point, a pair of Browning light machine guns could really make an impact there on Tarnation's in from the south here. 2-1 being caught with a half-track. I think there's a good chance going to lose to 2-1 here, because the M16 can absolutely shred light vehicles with its 450 caliber machine guns. I mean, no surprise. Might as well be made out of construction paper. Machining going to the center here. Jaeger's there with that Panzerschreck. No upgrades yet there. Tank depot almost done there for Elpern. Freedom and Democracy. You're seeing they're seeing some support from a nearby tank company. Going for the Carpon again here. Going for Northern Victory Point. Tarnation, they're definitely having a pretty good sort of show, say, look on the map here. Quite good at, like, you know, messing with Elpern supply lines and the victory points here. Fierce fighting here as the taking Airborne here. Pushes on the center. Pathfinder's paratroopers there. Landing themselves here at Tarnation center. Smoke there, messing with machine gun force into position. And a Pathfinder squad that gets fought by the assault grenadiers here. Half-tech rushing in here. Machine gun still being pursued here. Jaegers inside the nearby building here, proving an excellent advantage point against infantry. Pantherfast and the half-track, damaging the engine. Might try and take it up with a Panzerschreck. Can he get it off here? And yes, most likely, because the Panzerschreck right now is just, quite frankly, overtuned. Partly because it has such high accuracy even at long ranges. That said, South Charles machine wipes it out here. Quick recruit, but neatly veterans one as well there, courtesy of that officer quarters upgrade. And it's really good.
Commander, we've lost a sector.
Pushing straight ahead here with the assault grenadiers. Steadily actually approaching veteran 3. Quick grenade here. And no upgrade there. In fact, what we do instead get is paradrop reinforcements here. Very powerful ability. Also overtuned. As it basically just allows you to reinforce all the troops at the front line, does so basically for free. So yeah. That one, I would not be surprised also gets toned down a bit at some point in the near future. Alongside the Jaegers. But without those Jaegers, Tarnation would probably be much worse off. So, tank depot here, though, ready for Elpern. Can go for the Sherman in a few seconds. There we go. Season center with the assault grenadiers. Interesting enough, I don't think I've actually seen him use the Veterans of One healing ability on them. South here, they're a bit swinging around here. Pathfinder's been caught here by the assault grenadiers there, and a Pioneer squad. Bazooka paratroopers of the grenadiers.
The fuel point is being lost.
Charging forwards here, closing in emergency very fast. Again, had he hit them earlier, I think this would have been much better for the assault grenadiers. Grenade here could be pretty handy there for Elpern. Nope, instead we got a grenade assault here, and that made an impact there. Big impact, in fact, they're super close to FT3 now. Smoke deployed against machine gun. Very consistent and excellent use of the smoke there by Elpern. Thumbs up. Sherman halfway done. Meanwhile, for Tarnation, we got their Panzer Company going up. Sehr good. Soldiers are about to get hosed. They're also really close to hitting FT3 though. But there you go. Note the way he's using the smoke here to leapfrog forward. So there you go. Grenades on the retreat path. Almost had either of them, but in the end just wasn't enough damage. But nice use again with the smoke here by Elpern. Really good use of smoke. So listening up for the south here. But now we have the first tank round to support the 82nd Airborne here.
We've got paratroopers waiting in the wings, Commander.
Moving on the center swiftly and steadily. Jaegers there catching the Paratroopers, their ponies pulling back. Jaegers as the Pathfinders up north. No, they've yet to be upgraded. And there you go, the assaulters rushing through the centers against the Pathfinders. See, could get a wipe down Elpern again. Sherman arriving on the scene here, shoots and gets some nice damage in. Anti-tank guns and carpet bomber rounds could be an option here for Elpern, or just a more steady dual rocket strike here. North here, Pathfinders then packing there. By the German army, the 10th Panzer Division, 6th Panzer Grenadier Company, 10th Panzer Grenadier Regiment. North Jaegers in trouble with the Sherman. And the engineers got murdered here. And there you go, 8 assault grenadiers. Actually, I think that's the first time I've seen a veteran to 3 grenadier squad overall. But yeah, but again, I don't think it'd be possible without, like, you know, the breakthrough package, but also crucially without going for an early infantry officer quarters upgrade. That one I think played a big role there. It also results in actually getting eventually 3 more health, so suddenly they actually become significantly tougher too. Well, there you go. Elpern has upgunned his Shermans there with the 7.6mm gun. Eggs are taking a nasty hit from the Sherman. Should add the 50 cal there. South here, paratrooping about. Still hasn't upgraded the other one. Could also go for quick capture, for example. Tarnation, though, very good at, you know, the pretty persistent push in the victory points here, and just overall, like, you know, making sure it doesn't get bogged down the center too much here. Which is definitely noticed. You may have noticed the pattern some players have it, you know, falling into, like, just focusing too much in the center here. He's quite good, I think, playing around the edges of the map as well there. Meanwhile, Elpern does commit more resources towards the center at times. We got Starstrom as the first unit of the Panzer Company here from Tarnation. An interesting choice there. Not that I disagree with it. I do think the Starstrom are quite neat. I'm not always entirely sure if they're good enough for the cause, but, you know, they are definitely good at times. Catching the parrots from the south here. Diving grenade. Mostly. Pioneers Jaegers winging as well there. So we'll have to see what Tarnation can do with them, but there you go. Troop reinforced healing. Starstrom, there we go, ready as well. So that gives Tarnation a significantly stronger infantry element. At which point he's really going to need some light machine guns here to, you know, push back against them. Flying around the center, got the Sherman in here. Jaegers and Grenadiers could be in trouble. Good shot from the Patrick and the Sherman, pushing it back. Big push for the north center here. Rushing after it again, making use of sprint here. And then retreating. But that's a really big push here with the mix of Grenadiers. Jaegers will probably merge with the Grenadiers here. Probably to help keep reinforcement costs down. Thumbs up to that. Grenade off here. Starstrom pushing forwards. Routing here the paratroopers and the Pathfinders. Up north here, Pathfinder to point here. Elpern can soon go for another Sherman. You could also, like, I suppose you could also try and go for the Bulldozer Sherman, but I don't think there's much need for that when the 76mm Sherman is basically so good as it is. South here, paratroopers got the Pioneers. North here, got the Starstorm, whoops, catching here the Pathfinder Squats and then packing there with a few well-placed bursts of the MD-42. Sherman rushing northwards here. Fresh Indians out there for Elpern. In fact, we've got 2 squads out now. Still upgrade there. Part of me was actually just another paratrooper escort with another light machine gun when possible. And there you go. Starts talking versus the Sherman. Could throw down like a red phosphorus grenade or blend cover here, but I think the best choice is just going to be getting the hell out of there before the Sherman wipes them. Would be quite an expensive loss here for Tarnation to lose an entire Starstormer squad that just practically arrived like that. Smoke flares in the center here. Elpern launching another Sword for Freedom and Democracy. German positions here. It undermined. Pathfinder's caught here. Counterattack with the assault guners here again, the east ones. Far south here, soldiers around the paratroopers there. Elpern can go for another Sherman and does do so. Excellent. Got the paratroopers flanking in here. Grenade on the Jaegers. And then retreating here. Again, the ace assault grenadiers are a bit frightening. Straight to a mine there, losing Otto and Friedrich.
Commander, we've lost a sector.
But it's worth noting we haven't really seen like any attempted tank yet here for Tarnation, and he has gone for Breakthrough. So there's a part of me that is wondering if we like might be planning a Tiger tank here versus Elpern. Also got them used to routing the Pioneers there, but we got the Ace Assault Grenadiers moving forwards here. He's very quick to get out of there, though. Yeah, the Veteran 3 Assault Grenadiers are definitely making an impact on Tarnation's forces. I mean, Elpern's forces. The southeast, Sherman's moving forwards here. Finally getting the Browning light machine guns there on the paratroopers. Assaults in the south here. Could be in trouble, though. They're about to run into 2 Shermans and 2 7.6 Shermans, which are quite good at wiping units. And there you go. One shot takes almost the entire unit out there. Now they're just 2 very low health units there, go down to 1 man, and that's pretty much guaranteed to wipe the Tarnation. Excellent kill there for Elpern. Very little there that Tarnation could have done to save them at that stage, quite frankly. Maybe an idea to replace them. Maybe with some more Starstorm, Jaegers, or something else, we'll have to see. But now, Tarnation and the 10th Panzer should be able to summon 4th a Tiger tank here. From the 101st Schwer Panzerabteilung. As they were initially organized in, well, they were almost always organized in like heavy tank battalions. To start with, the exception was actually the Waffen-SS, we really received their Tiger tanks, actually initially put them into direct into the Panzer divisions as smaller companies, but they kind of dropped that out and moved them into a similarly independent tank battalions or heavy tank battalions. Jaegers, they're caught up the Shermans, really making an impact here on Tarnation's infantry, but the Tiger tank is certainly getting a bit of a challenge here for Elpern as well. That said, he's not far away from a 3rd one. Plus, he can airdrop anti-tank guns, so... Ooh, Starstorm in trouble here with the Shermans. Can Elpern land another up here into Tarnation? That said, victory points-wise, Tarnation continues to maintain a firm grip there on Elpern. Tiger tanking northwards here. And towards the parrots from the south, pushing them back. Straight ahead here towards the smoke. Firing its mighty 88mm gun. Would benefit from an MB-42 as well, of course.
We're losing our capture point.
North here, Pioneer spotted by the double Shermans. Got white phosphorus shells here, by the way, lined up. Heavy cover there, of course, quite good for staying alive against a Tiger tank. But even then, he's clearly not going to risk it against a Tiger tank.
Enemy movement near victory point.
Jaeger supporting it, very good.
Skies are clear. Heading to target.
And that might just be an anti-tank being airdropped here. We got another sniper for Elpern.
Anti-tank gun. Deployed on your mark.
Captured a victory.
Ooh, exposed on the sidearm here. Excellent hits in rearm. Got exposed to hit from the Tiger tank. With the bazookas. Got the Sherman there engaging. Great shot. Then the Tiger tank time to enter the favor and just tears out a huge chunk of the Sherman's health here.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
Jaegers with the paratroopers here. Quick grenade.
Losing a foothold here. Sandbags done.
Using from the north, we got 114 versus 320.
Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
Starstorming up here.
Snipers on the field.
Flashing about there for Elpern. Freedom and democracy. Touch bazooka paratroopers might cause one to reposition something less exposed. Sherman getting hit by the Panzer 6. Starstorm going for the kill here. Closing in veterans 1 already. Paratroopers there bleeding out fast against the mighty Starstorm and MU-42. But there goes Sniper on the scene. Tiger tank once again back up with the two pioneers. The veterans, Sherman's almost knocked out. He can. Elpern salvage the tank. Their Tiger tank shoots us the Patrick. I don't know. Either way, they missed. Anti-tank gets a good shot on the side armor of the Tiger tank. Paratroopers pushing forward again, making use of paradrop reinforcements. And going for a hard push here against Tarnation and the 10th Panzer Division here. Supported by the 1 and 1st Schwere Panzerabteilung. Tigers were initially deployed in Tunisia and around, I believe it was Leningrad. But for whatever reason, the Germans, for some reason, just instead of employing the entire battalion, would only deploy single companies worth of Tigers, which rather resulted in less than stellar assaults from the Tigers. And minimize the impact of them as well. There goes Stormtrooper enforcing, Jaeger setting out here, Titan fixed up here by the two Pioneer squads. But there you go, caught here, they're being absolutely ripped apart there.
Enemy has 300 points remaining.
Okay, Elpern has got control of victory points back. He's also getting pretty close, like a third Sherman, which could be very bad news here for Tarnation's Tiger tank. Particularly gets flanked. Snipers in the south here. Assaulting is routed. They're definitely proving to be a bit tough here for Elpern to snuff out at Veteran 3. There we go. Pushing forward to the Starstorm. Now Veterans 1 opening up for grenade. But not the grenade assault with the Veterans 1. But it was actually really good. And there you go. Grenade assault here. And they've got straight into it. Almost wiping out the entire unit. The grenade assault with the Starstorm is really good. But that Veterans 1 ability, I think, also like packs a punch. Doesn't look like he's using it yet. Sherman on the center of the south here. They got the same Sherman trouble here. They'll split them up here, making for an easy target for the Tiger tank. Tarnation, of course, going for such an easy, tasty target with his mighty Tiger tank here. Third Sherman is on the way there, but he needs to keep the other Sherman alive here. Anti-tank moving up here with Bazooka team going for the Tiger tank's flank here. Good push. Counter push there. He's going to punish Tarnation to extend with the Tiger tank. He does. Sherman gets a good hit off. Veteran 2 by the way there, but Tiger is being forced back. Paratroopers there went a bit too far though. Don't know why he turned it that way. He should have actually moved up. He's going to get behind the Tiger tank. Smoke the plot as well here. Really sharp play there by Tarnation. Denying the anti-tank to clear down sight of the retreating Tiger tank. Thumbs up. That was really solid. We got the Pathfinder squad here. That's obviously not going to threaten the Tiger tank. North here, we got a flak 30 now for Tarnation. That's a pretty late one. It'll certainly increase the unique deal. He might want to upgrade his infantry or get the officer quarters upgrade here for the Luftwaffe company. Sherman there, they're knocked out. Pushed too far ahead with insufficient support. And Tarnation slapped it down with a series of Panzer attacks on top of the Tiger tank here. Definitely got a bit too greedy there in the hopes you could take out the Tiger tank with that. And the sniper number 2 went down. And I think it was the flag gun of all things that took out the sniper. Good God, this is like turning out like, you know, Saving Private Ryan, but like, you know, by Sam Peckinpah.
Enemy movement near a victory point. We've got orders.
Long punches with the assault grenadiers. Fixing up the Tiger tank there, Jaeger setting out. Flak gun flamming away there at the front line of the Sherman.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Tiger tank setting out.
Get you back in the war. Sherman reporting.
Rolling ahead here, very, very close to that Tiger tank. Big line up here behind the building here. The only thing that's keeping Elpern's men safe from the Tiger tank is just a lot of bricks. And we got an incendiary bombing run here from Tarnation. Was it a smoke bomb? We'll have to see. Put behind them, but the battle group does have access to both here, and it is an incendiary bombing run there. Tiger tank moving forward here. Cause a bit of a mess here for Tarnation's men tightening forward here. Eventually turn the Tiger tank. Sherman going forward here. Tiger tank down to half health here. Need to get the Sherman up there plus the troops. And there you go. White phosphor cell there on the Tiger tank here. Panzer on the Sherman again. Insufficient support from the other troops here. Leaves the Sherman once more. An easy target line. Tarnation to take care of it. Close call though. Again, once more close call, but just Elpern there starting to get like everything in there. Plus the Panzer Shakes are really good. Far up north, the assault squad continues to stand their ground. Flat gun good to go once more, and Panzer 4 on the way there. I think he's lost the Star Token at this point. Bit of a shame. Elpern could go for more Shermans. He could also like consider maybe some M18 Hellcats. I mean, they could be also a nice way to like maybe threaten a Tiger tank with their higher rate of fire, penetration, and damage. Obviously, not as good versus infantry, but I imagine get rid of the Tiger tank, that might be less of an issue. Anything holding back here, got the brace ability there. Panda 4 round to support the Tiger tank. Adding the Pinamont machine gun gewehr here. Far south, flat gun moving in into position. Flak 30. North here, grenadiers round about the Sherman there. Tiger tank advancing here, a monster of steel here. Bashing through Elpern, falling back up with the Panther 4, and of course a host of pioneers and Jaegers. Absolutely ravaging Elpern center here. Lacking firepower to halt this advance. Tarnation just goes bananas. And the aircraft got shot down, I think, with a flak gun. Not halting parachute reinforcement from functioning. Yeah, that flak gun has, I think, paid itself off there. Maybe it was something else that took it out, I don't know. I suspect it was the flak gun. That was 80 munitions just unceremoniously popped. Really nice voice acting on those, lines when they get shot down, by the way. Really nice voice acting. 2 thumbs up. Sherman forwards here. Let's bang up to 2 Shermans. So again, I'm starting to think Elpern may want to consider some M18 Hellcats a bit here. Going for the anti-tank crew, trying to hold off for the M1 here. Sherman misses though, and we got the Panther 1, the TIE tank moving in. Up north though, we got Paratroop back up with the other Sherman here, catching here Tarnation's northern flank. Machine guns and assault is being held up here. Vetchi 2.5, Vetchi 3 there. Sherman there in the south in trouble. We got the TIE tank going for it. We got the Panther moving in. Tiger misses. Sherman gets a clear rear hit on the Tiger tank here, which is halfway to the ace level. And the Sherman goes down. A huge blow here to Elpern. Panther 4 that's taking a lot of nice hits here from the Bazooka team. Almost got a power plant squad here. Casualties are piling up now for the 82nd Airborne here, as the 10th Panzer Division is proving to be increasingly tenacious. In the south here, we got smoke off, but not going to help against a Tiger tank that much. Flak gun being hauled back south. So yeah, looking pretty rough here for Elpern at this stage. Tarnation is starting to look increasingly dominant here. Tiger tank, I would say, doing a very good job of showing it's actually good at like in company heroes too, but like, they were quite frankly just more expensive Panzer IVs, but here they're like, they're heavy tanks. They will absolutely make an impact. And there's a Sherman. Grabs the caught with the Tiger tank. And this mighty 88 little gun. Threatening here the base of Elpern. Extra bad news. Sherman's almost done there. As the near ace Tiger tank just rolled straight into it. Straight into the Sherman there. Not really what you want to see like when you arrive to the front. Alright guys, oh god. Oh god. I'm not Brad Pitt. No. So yeah. And now it is actually ace level here. It's even popped Blitzkrieg, which further increases the rate of fire amongst other things. So that's Sherman stance. No chance. Meanwhile, up north here we got the Panther going for the other Sherman, and again with Blitzkrieg, it moves faster, shoots faster, it's more accurate. So that Sherman is also a bit of trouble here, despite having more veterancy. The increased rate of fire on the Panther 4 definitely poses a problem here for the continued welfare of Elpern's panzers there, or tanks. This is looking very much game over here at this point. There we go, GG well played. I'm just going to stop so it doesn't like pop out of the match in the game, so I can't like comment and finish comments here, so there you go. GG game over. Really intense match here on Road to Tunis again. Again, I know there's a tendency to like too much Road to Tunis, but honestly, I do think it just results in some of the best matches because it is, I think, by far the best 1v1 map. Currently, of course, I will try to get some variety in, but, you know, reality is reality. I can only do so much against that. So, all the way in an absolutely intense match here between Tarnation and Elpern with some really good plays on both sides. Elpern went for a strategy that normally would shut down the Wehrmacht, in particular this been, say, you know, Taranto coastline or, you know, Twin Beaches. Tarnation would likely have been completely blown out. In fact, they would play this match on Taranto coastline after this one, and Elpern would beat Tarnation within, like, I think 10 minutes, so the map definitely, I think, played a role in showing that Tarnation did have some wiggle room against Elpern. Again, this map, I think, is really the only one. But still, he did, I think, make a lot of really smart, interesting choices. Like the early infantry officer quarters upgrade, I think, was an absolute, like, you know, top-notch choice there. Make the assault grenadiers better. The machine guns and the pioneers, and I think, played a clear role then, sort of keeping Tarnation more going. Getting that early sniper kill there was also, of course, great. And, you know, just some, I think, overall, just good tactical play there by Tarnation. He made sure to keep, you know, big eye on the map there, focus on the victory points, and made sure that Elpern, like, you know, couldn't get ahead of him there either, and sort of slowly just sort of pushed ahead. And then the Tiger tank was something that clearly blindsided Elpern. He struggled to deal with it. There was definitely some mishaps here and there, which definitely didn't help Elpern either, though, of course, his focus on the center so heavily made it happen to, like, leverage his larger number of tanks against the Tiger tank. So there's some stuff there as well. But, you know, overall, really interesting matches, some excellent stuff, and I think something worth looking at there when it comes to, like, looking at Wehrmacht strategies and build orders. I think it's also one of those reasons why it can be interesting to catch, you know, some of these developer matches when you catch them on Automatch, because, you know, it does, you know, have some more insight into the factions and, you know, what might actually be good. Like, again, you know, the infantry officer quarters alongside, say, assault grenadiers, you know. 2 thumbs here, well played with both Tarnation and Elpern, and a big thanks to Elpern, of course, for giving me this replay so I could cast it, you know. Big thanks there for the generosity shown by Elpern. So, hope you enjoyed this, hope you learned something from it. If you can pledge on Patreon, you can donate via PayPal, links in the description for that, or if you sort of like looking at this, like, wow, this game looks bloody great, you can buy it via the link in the comments, use the code STUG3G, the promo code there, and I get a small cut of the sale. So thank you all for joining in, you were all of one for Lord, and so until tomorrow again for another episode. Bye!